Therapeutic actions of different classes of drugs. Therapeutic actions of some important classes of drugs is given below. It should be noted that drugs used as medicines should be taken only under the medical supervision and in dosage recommended by the physicians. If improper medicines or the or higher dosage of medicines are consumed, they may act as the potential poisons. Antacids: overproductions of the acid in the stomach cause irritations, burning sensations, and pain in the stomach. In severe cases, ulcers are developed in stomach. In severe cases, ulcers are developed in stomach. Until about the 1970, the only treatment for acidity was administrations of antacid like sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO, and mixture of aluminum and magnesium hydroxide. These treatment control only the symptoms and not the cause. Drugs which reduce or neutralize acidity are called antacids. These drugs raise pH of the stomach to some appropriate level. Baking soda, metal hydroxide like AlOH3, MgOH2, cimetidine, ranitidine, lansoprazole, omeprazole are few examples of antacids. Few examples of antacids. Antihistamine, anti-allergic drugs, drugs which interfere with the natural actions of histamine by competing with the histamine chemical released by the most cell during on allergic reactions. For binding site of receptor and diminished its effect, synthetic drugs like brompheniramine, dimetapp, dorfenadine, seldane, antihistamines acting as antacid. Histamine interacts with the certain receptors in stomach and stimulates the secretions of pepsins and hydrochloric acid. Excessive production HCl in stomach causes acidity. Cimetidine, tegament, and ranitidine, Zantac are drugs which prevent the interactions of histamine with receptor in stomach and act as the antacid. It contracts the smooth muscles in the respiratory systems and relaxes some other muscles. It is responsible for the nasal congestions and some other symptoms associated with the common cold and allergic reactions to the pollens. Allergic reactions to pollens. Diphenylhydramine, Benadryl, brompheniramine, dimetapp, and terfenadine, Seldane are drugs which prevent the interactions of histamine with receptors in the bronchi and act as the anti-allergic. Antihistamine acting as antacids do not work as anti-allergic. Antihistamines acting as anti-allergic do not work as the antacids. The reason is that they interact with the different type of receptors. Now, neurologically active drugs. These drugs affect the message transfer mechanism from nerves to receptors and are two types: tranquilizers or psychotherapeutic drugs are drugs that relieve anxiety, stress, irritability, or excitement and induce a feeling of well-being are known as the tranquilizers or sedatives. All tranquilizers induce the sleep and are essential components of sleeping pills. There are the various types of tranquilizers. They function by different mechanisms. Sometimes a person suffers from depressions. Reasons behind a level of noradrenaline become low in body. Noradrenaline is an important chemical messenger. It plays an important role in the mood changes. Lower level of non-adrenaline lower its signal sending activities and person suffers from depressions. In such cases, antidepressant drugs are required. Iproniazid and phenigine are antidepressant drugs. They inhibit the enzymes which catalyze the degradations of noradrenaline. Thus, noradrenaline level is restored in body and effect depressions are countered. Some other tranquilizers and their medicinal usage are given below. Narcotics, it reduces the anxiety and tensions. For example, heroines, methadone, sedatives, it reduces the actions of control nervous system. For example, Valium, barbiturates, antidepressant, mood boosters, reduce depression. For example, iproniazid, phenylazine, chlordiazepoxides, meprobamate are relatively mild tranquilizers suitable for relieving tension. Equanil is used in controlling depressions and hypertensions. Hypnotics, sleep producing drugs such as seconal, luminol, veronal, non-hypnotic drugs, Valium and serotonin. Valium and serotonin are mild tranquilizers and used for inducing a feeling of well-being. analgesic drugs which relieve pain without causing impairment of consciousness, mental confusion, incoordinations, or paralysis, or some other uh, disturbance of nervous system. Non-narcotic analgesic drugs which do not cause addictions, for example aspirin, paracetamol, diclofenac, are analgesic as well antipyretics. Aspirin is also used in the prevention of heart attack due to its anti-clotting property. Aspirin and paracetamol are used for the relieving pain as well as reducing fever. Diclofenac analgesic